Ladies and gentlemen, Mileena is so excited for Valentine's Day. She's really excited. All right. Can you see the excitement on my face? All right, totally enjoy. Just kidding, guys. I love Valentine's, everyone. As you all know, I love all the holidays. I love every single holiday. I don't care if it's the second-hand holiday. I love all the holidays. All right. I want all the holidays to be celebrated right now, everyone. Just work them all, work them all, make them celebrated. All right. So totally enjoyed the show, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Now, guys, I'm looking fantastic, and I did get a message from someone from I used to know and all this. I'm not going to draw attention to it because I mean I'm just happy that they were very nice to say what they said. I mean, people just find my channel sometimes hard to watch because maybe they think I'm a drag queen or whatever, which I mean, technically, I guess I am, but I don't consider myself one because I'm always a guy when I go out, right? I'm always Marco, and Marco's like a jock, and Marco's very gorgeous. So I don't really consider myself a drag queen. So when people are, upset with me or say things because they think, oh, you're a drag queen, which I mean, I guess technically I am. And for drag queens and people that have sex changes, and people that are wanting to dress up as women, cross dressers, I'm totally supportive of you guys because I think everyone should be happy. I'm not like it's not something I just go out of my way to support. I just think there's unnecessary suicides based on that, right? So that's why, and like there's people that are thriving. Like RuPaul is doing amazing. He's very happy doing what he does, and everybody loves him. But there are some people that are still in the times where they feel like it's not something you're allowed to do. It's not something you can do. And so I'm very supportive of that because I want people to know, yes, there's a good-looking guy, Marco DC, really, really good-looking, who dresses up as a woman and takes it very seriously. Now, I don't do it as a transgender person, but that doesn't mean you can't use me as an example. I don't want you to think that you should commit suicide just because you dress up as a woman. Like, it's entertainment. Like people, celebrities love drag queens. Like there's no celebrity that doesn't love a drag. Well, there are some, but I mean, like Drew Barrymore loves drag queens. Like Nicki Minaj. Like these people love them. Like Shania Twain probably loves. You know what I mean? Like it's not something that's a bad thing, but people are very upset by it and have a hard time with it. But it's for me, it's not even. It's just an entertainment thing, right? Like I knew I would look very, very good as a woman, so I dressed up as a woman for my channel. That's the only reason why I do it, right? So for me, I've always studied very feminine women and very masculine, but not studied them, but just had a lot of friends that were like that, and just I idealized what a feminine woman looked like and a masculine man in a healthy way. I mean, I don't. A lot of my friends that are gorgeous, I have a lot of friends that are gorgeous, and they're very, they are like the epitome of masculinity, the epitome of femininity. So for me to challenge myself and get that look of epitome of masculinity and femininity as one person is truly remarkable. And for me to do that, I just think, I just think it's just awesome, And I mean, if you are the type that doesn't like my Mileena videos, let's say it makes you uncomfortable, it makes you feel bad or whatever. Maybe you don't like them, right? But I've got Marco videos, and I'm a man's man in Marco's videos, right? Like I'm very masculine. I look like a gorgeous Adonis, right? So I'm very good looking. So when you see me as Marco, and if you like Marco, just like Marco. Mileena, I'm not tied to Mileena in any way. So if anybody makes any nasty comments or anything about Mileena, it doesn't bother me because I'm not connected to Mileena, right? Like for me, I don't feel a connection to Mileena. Like I know you see Mileena like all the time, and you see Mileena dressed to the nines and looking really into what she's doing. And I even have the drag persona sometimes. Like I pretend like I'm kind of like the most beautiful girl in the world and all that, and it's kind of like a drag persona, but I don't feel that connection, right? Like it's not like I'm connected to that. So so when you are someone that is connected to that, I can see how that might feel upsetting to get negative comments, but just remember, guys, like you can use me as an example. I'm like the epitome of gorgeous in both male and female form. So, if I'm getting negative comments or hearing negative things, then you must be thinking, how is that possible? And you're right, like it shouldn't even happen, right? So I usually get positive comments now, almost all the time. People are very, very nice and say very nice things. Thank you. So yeah, so my friend recently from I grew up with him, like we grew up in the same kind of areas and different things, but I mean, I'm very pleased that he was acknowledging that he doesn't dislike or like my videos, but he just said, I can't stop watching them, which is nice. Thank you very much, by the way. And like I said, I don't want to draw attention to it. I think it's just very nice that I can make someone feel like, hey, you know what? Maybe I don't like the videos, but I'm watching them, right? So, it's a step up, right? And I mean, for me, it's not like I said. This persona is not me, right? Like the person that he knew was obviously Marco, and Marco is a guy. Like Marco is always gonna be Marco. Like my family is my dad was so good looking that Marco would never ever have a sex change. Marco would never ever be a transgender or anything, right? Well, I mean, I guess technically I might seem like I'm transgender, but you know what I mean. So Marco is like totally a guy. Marco is a gorgeous model. He would never ever change that ever. All right. The fact that I can put on Mileena in a whim's notice and do Marco as well is phenomenal, right? So for me, it's more than happy to be like that, right? To be able to put on Mileena and be able to have Marco there and be really happy with Marco. Now, now, guys, I'm just so happy that someone that was like, because this person said something very negative about something and about me on my channel too, and I was like, oh my God, how can you say that? That's terrible. But I think they might be thinking, well, because some people are macho. I mean, my friends are macho guys, right? And my female friends are beautiful women. So, I mean, like, they're some of these macho guys are gonna be like, I can't watch this. Like, this is too much. Um, but like I said, it's just a persona that I do, right? It's not me. It's just like something I do for fun to entertain, and it's fun. Honestly, I love it. But I mean, just to entertain, right? Like look at this. I look like a real woman. Like it's crazy. It's unbelievable, and I really do a good job. And so I was really grateful, and he wished me well and said, you follow your dreams. I'm happy for you. So and it makes a difference when you grow up with a person too, right? And I think it makes a difference too that I'll never get a sex change. I think he's more than happy to be like, you're still the same guy that I knew, and yes, I am. I'm still the same guy that I knew, the when I knew him. But I mean, the thing is, like, I am so happy being Marco. Like I love being Marco. To be a good-looking guy is priceless. And some things that good-looking girls go through is very difficult. So I mean, being a good-looking guy, I'll take that any day, right? So being a good-looking guy, I'm very, very happy with. So do not think. I don't think people. I mean, I mentioned it enough. I do mention that I'm going to be Mileena for entertainment only, and so I think people know. But just to reiterate, because some people might be like, why do you do Mileena videos so much? It's because I like watching the Mileena videos. The whole idea of seeing a good-looking guy look like a beautiful, beautiful woman and being able to change it so flawlessly in a video is incredible to me. I love it. It's fascinating. And Trixie Mattel was being interviewed by Larry King, and he was like the whole concept of drag queens and all that is being so is so is so commercialized now. Like everyone's doing that, and people love it. And people are falling in love with the entertainment that it gives. So it's true. People that are drag queens are performing a lot more. There's a lot more variety. Like before, it was pretty much Dame Edna and RuPaul. Now there's me. There's like all the drag queens of RuPaul's Drag Race. Like every season, there's like I'm not sure how many they have on each season, but that's a lot of drag queens. And then there's people that are doing it from home that have YouTube channels and people that are performing live at their own cities that may develop into entertainers one day. It's a lot. And so it's not something to feel threatened by. It's not something to feel upset by. It's just that some people really do not feel comfortable with it. And, it's something that you have to really be like, well, like you have to separate it. Like for me, it's strictly entertainment, right? Like Marco goes out. Marco is Marco every time he goes out. As soon as I'm done the show that I do here, I get out of this outfit. I get out of the makeup, the hair. I dress up as Marco and go out as Marco because I'm not into being Mileena. Like it seems like odd because you're like you've done like 100 videos as Mileena today. The whole point is I love what entertainment is entertainment. We love entertainment. So I love watching myself perform. So for me, it's just something I enjoy watching. So I love doing more of them. But I mean, really, and the thing is, there are lots of drag queens that are living like drag queens, and they totally are people that go out and they date as drag queens and they have sex changes, and so those people obviously might be tied more to the insults, but for me, I'm not. But I'm totally supportive of those that do the whole transgender thing is popular and trendy, but it's also difficult too, right? So I do want to say kudos to people that are actually, transgender because it's harder to do. Like for me, I get out of the outfit, I get out of the makeup. I'm a good-looking guy. I'm so gorgeous as a guy that it's like so flawless. And people won't say you're transgender when you don't go out in public as a transgender. So no one's gonna say that to you in public or anything. You're not gonna go out into the world and be like, oh no, that person called me transgender. No one's gonna say that because I'm never Mileena out in public, and I prefer it that way. I really do. So when you see me and and that's why I want to be an example for someone that maybe is transgender because when you actually are dating and you're actually living like a transgender person, it's a lot harder than what I do. But I do think that my message out there for people that are drag queens or transgender is positive because they know they can rely on my videos being out there and it's exciting, right? All right, guys. So that was just a thing about my friend in the past, and I'm not gonna mention the name or anything. I know he probably wouldn't want me to mention it, but yes, I mean, lots of my friends are macho men. They're tough guys, and so they may not feel comfortable with it, or they might joke about it, but they're pretty positive overall. I mean, people that I'm friends with are very friendly and very nice. I don't find anybody being really rude about anything. Um, but yeah, so I mean, it's really important to have that, you can't assume a transgender person identifies as that, or you can't assume that a transgender person is only that, and you can't assume that a person that dresses transgender even considers themselves transgender, right? Like, I don't consider myself transgender, even though people might be like I said, like people think that I am, maybe because I do so many videos, but I love it because I look so good. I'm all about beauty and good looks, right? So as Marco, I like to be a good looking jock, and as Mileena, I like to be most feminine. Anyway, I've said that enough times. All right, so click that subscribe button, totally enjoy. And it's really nice to hear positive feedback from people that are, they're not saying necessarily that they love it, but they are hinting that maybe there's some idea that maybe there's like, oh, this isn't this is it's intriguing, right? Not because of the whole transgender thing, but the entertainment factor, right? I'm not transgender. I don't believe I'm transgender. I don't identify with it at all. Like when I do Mileena, I'm pretty much just making sure I'm as feminine as possible, but it's just to have something for me to watch and for you to watch. So I think it's really, really good. And even RuPaul, like you think RuPaul would be like all for entertaining, or all for being a drag queen all the time, but he likes being a guy. That's what he said, and so I was surprised to hear that. I'm like, isn't RuPaul like strictly drag queen? When he dates, he's drag queen. When he does this, he's drag queen. No, he's actually not. He's actually he actually considers himself doing that just for entertainment. And you're like, well, RuPaul's been around for years, and we all love RuPaul, but we honestly, I always thought RuPaul was like, you know, RuPaul on dates, and he's not. He's himself. He likes being a guy. He just does it for the money, and he does it for the entertainment. Which for me, I mean, I don't. I mean, it's kind of cold, but I mean, I would do it for the money. I mean, I just love entertaining. So if entertaining pays a lot, then and then Mileena's in demand, then I'm doing it for the money. But I mean, I don't consider it that way because I do think that my fans love Mileena and I wanna. I do it for the fans, right? But I mean, all in all, it's entertainment, right? So guys, if you're out there and you're thinking, oh my God, I liked Marco and look at this, who is this? I mean, I don't know who would think that, but there are people that are upset by it. So, if you are out there and you're upset by it, even though you really can't tell that I'm really Marco, but if you're upset by just knowing that I am Marco, then don't worry about it, right? Because I don't identify with it. But even if I did, it's great, right? Now, the thing that's cool is that the entertainment is so good that I think people that would normally not like drag queens would like me. Like a lot of times for me, I'm not into a lot of the drag queens that I see because they're not beauty drag queens, right? They're either comical ones or whatever. And so I don't get into the whole show because for me, I like the beautiful ones like Shea Coulee and Trixie Mattel. I mean, I don't love Trixie Mattel, but Trixie Mattel's look is so unique that I love that about it. I don't love Sharon Needles as a man, but as a woman, oh my goodness, crazy good. Um, but yes, so I mean, some of them look so good, you just can't help but love them. So yes, I mean, the thing is, we all aspire to being ourselves. We all aspire to being fun and enjoyable to others. We all want people to like what we do and value who we are as people. Um, but when you do things that are entertainment, you sometimes go outside the box. I think outside the box. I do things outside the box because I want to be the most entertaining person I possibly can be. And to do that, um, you have to really not be typecast into one role. So I do so many things that by the time I'm famous, I'll have so many options of what type of career I can lead. Alright, guys, so click that subscribe button. Totally enjoy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye now.